As recently reported, Arsenal are interested in signing Chelsea striker Tammy Abraham. The 23-year-old England international is admired by several influential voices within the club, including manager Mikel Arteta. It is understood that Abraham has become a potential target in this summer's transfer window, as the centre forward has grown restless during his time at Chelsea. The possibility of signing a new centre forward has been seriously discussed at Arsenal for months now. The Gunners have been linked with a variety of different names, including Hudson Reward, Ivan Toney, Alexander Isak, and now none other than Tammy Abraham. The question is now, should Arsenal sign Tammy Abraham? What kind of deal would it be if they did? And what has to occur from Arsenal's side for the Gunners to be able to sign the young Englishman? There is no doubt that last season, Abraham fell out of favour under Thomas Tuchel, playing just 17 minutes in the final 3 months of the campaign. Abraham, who is a player with high aspirations, including reclaiming his place amongst the England squad, is unlikely to tolerate that type of treatment for much longer. Furthermore, with Chelsea being linked to the likes of Erling Haaland, the likelihood of Abraham reclaiming his place at Chelsea seems extremely low. As of right now, Abraham is understood to be aware of Arsenal's interests and would be open to the prospect of a move across London. To mitigate against the substantial costs, Arsenal's preference would be to strike a loan deal with Chelsea. However, it is understood that Chelsea are keen to extract a fee of around £40 million in order to fund a deal for Haaland this summer. With this in mind, any move for Abraham is likely to be dependent on Arsenal's ability to sell players this window. As of right now, Arsenal already have a number of striking options at their disposal. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is just 1 season into his 3-year deal that he signed last summer. Fowler Balogun signed a new long-term contract in April and has been earmarked for a role in the senior squad this season. Gabriel Martinelli is another young player who will hope for substantial game time in the attacking third and has previously played in the centre forward position. Meanwhile, the futures of both Alexander Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah are much less clear. Both players have just 12 months remaining on their current contracts, so unless the pair sign extensions this year, they will be free to leave for nothing next season. In the case of Nketiah, Arsenal have sought to remedy the situation by offering him a new contract. However, without assurances over his long-term future, the 22-year-old has been unwilling to sign. Most likely, this means that Nketiah will be sold this summer, with Arsenal fielding interest from England and Germany. For Arsenal to bring in a new number 9, especially one as costly as Abraham would be, the likelihood is that Lacazette would also need to leave. Although the Frenchman is a valuable member of Arsenal's squad, the club recognizes his contractual situation is not healthy. It is understood that there is a willingness to let him leave if an appropriate offer arrives. If that occurs, Abraham is considered an attractive option to replace him. The Chelsea forward is more than 6 years younger than the Frenchman and could form part of the Arsenal attack for years to come. One thing that I will add is that it is quite telling of the times when Manchester City are actively pursuing Harry Kane, Chelsea Erling Haaland, Manchester United have just announced Jadon Sancho, and while this is all happening, Arsenal are pursuing Tammy Abraham. There is no doubt that Abraham fits the bill in terms of Arsenal's recruitment strategy. However, personally, 40 million may be a little too much for a player who I'm yet to be fully convinced by. Whether you believe Arsenal should or shouldn't pursue Tammy Abraham, one positive from this window is that there appears to be a clear transfer strategy. Throughout this window, Arteta and Edu have spent the summer targeting players who they feel can contribute in the short term as well as the long term. It is hoped that the likes of Albert Sambi Lokonga, Nuno Tavares, and Ben White will join Bukayo Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe, and others as part of the new youthful core at Arsenal Football Club. As the days go by, we will see how the deal for Abraham progresses. Remember, if Arsenal are to buy Abraham for the reported 40 million fee that Chelsea are demanding, they will need to sell players first. All in all, with the news of Smith-Rowe's contract yesterday and the impending announcement for Ben White, the future of Arsenal feels bright. This has been Arteta and Edu's plan for the summer, to build for the future and to improve for the present. Whether Abraham is the one, I'm still not sure, but do I trust the process? Maybe just a little bit more.